finally got our hands on the Havn BF360, and the HS420, which we did a build in when it first came out, was one of my favorite cases, and this case takes after a lot of its aesthetics. I mean, this case feels quality. It is such a beautiful open design with air guides created to optimize airflow. They're nice, wide, and open, so this case can breathe. They've also got a little air guide down the bottom, which helps to direct air up and straight into the GPU. So you are going to have optimized temperatures inside this case. It also has a built-in GPU support bracket and comes with a 140mm fan at the rear and two 180mm fans at the front. The only issue I do have with the case is the two 180s at the front come in black instead of white to match the case color. However, we will be removing them, moving the adjustable brackets in, and installing a radiator at the front and at the top. I also love the adjustable grommets. It can help keep that 24-pin up nice and parallel instead of that ugly sag that you see in some cases. Up the top, we've got our mic jack, USB Type-C, two USB Type-A's, and the power button. Beautiful case. I'm so excited to build in this. Tell Microsoft to bugger off and get yourself Windows 11 CD keys for 1/10 of the price. Whokeys have a big sale on, and you can use my code IFR25 to get 25% off with loads of payment methods. Copy your code and paste it here to activate. You can even grab Office for your PC for dirt cheap. Don't pay a reoccurring subscription. Use code IFR25 for 25% off. Links are in the description. All Whokeys software products are on sale right now. I got this motherboard recently, the B850 Challenger Wi-Fi from ASRock, and at the moment it's our only available white motherboard. And being all white, it's going to suit our case. Now, we don't have a lot of USB, but we do have two Lightning gaming ports, which I thought would help out when we do decide to game on this PC. This is the Ryzen 9 9950X. I was going to go with the X3D version, but that is tied up in a different computer. The 9950X is still a top-end gaming CPU, as well as video editing, which is obviously what we do here on YouTube. And so the multiple cores and threads is certainly going to help with rendering our videos. I am going to be throwing in the XC7 CPU water block from Corsair. This is the LCD version. It wasn't pure black, it had a bit of a grey look to it. I don't have any other white blocks, they're all tied up, so this was the next best thing. For storage, we're going to take advantage of Gen 5 speeds. I've got the Seagate Firecuda 540 and NVMe, 2 terabytes as well. So we're going to be able to fit all of our favorite games and programs and run them at max speeds. Brought out the Corsair Dominator Platinums in white for this build. It has RGB on the top. They are a higher profile RAM. However, we're not using any type of tower coolers to get in the way. And these are pretty much one of two white sets of RAM that we currently own. RAM on the market is stupid expensive at the moment. We are trying out some Unifan SL Infinity Wireless Edition fans today. This particular one is the reverse blade. We've got some of the normal blades as well. The case doesn't have matching fans, and I don't have enough matching fans here to populate all the spots. So we're going to be adding some RGB with these fans, and we'll test out the wireless features. No. I made a mistake, guys. There's two versions of this case. One is called the Flow, the BF360 Flow, and one is just called the BF360. This is the Flow, and the Flow does not come with the extra brackets here, so you can install 120 and 140 millimeter fans. I've got the Flow, so I'm stuck with the 180 millimeter fans, which means that we are down to one radiator. It also means it's going to be a very hard task for me to mount the reservoir because I have no 180 millimeter brackets. I'm so stupid. That's okay, we'll make it work. For our radiators, we're going with two Quantum Surface S360s from EK. Wasn't too particularly fussed with the brand, but I did have two white radiators on hand. Plus these look pretty clean and will suit the case really nice. For our reservoir today, we're going with the Corsair XD5. I only have a couple of white reservoirs, and this is one of them. We have a D5 pump res combo, and this also comes with a bracket to install onto the fans. AMD's 7900 XTX has to be their most powerful raw performance gaming GPU on the market. When you're not taking into account software enhancement like FSR4 or ray tracing, this GPU usually beats out the 9070 XT. And if you're doing more than gaming, this GPU has 24 gigs of VRAM, whereas the 9070 XT usually has 16 gigs. So if you can take advantage of that extra VRAM, that is what this offers. We will also be water cooling today, so we chose the pre-blocked Liquid Devil. This is the Neo Echo 1000 GM power supply. Pretty much our highest wattage power supply that we have available. 1000 watts should be plenty for this system. And we have so many PCIe power ports on this power supply, which is fantastic because our GPU will require 3. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 4K extreme settings. Let's get it. Right from the beginning, you can see that our 7900 XTX is actually doing really well. So far, an average of about 105 FPS. CPU sitting at around 64 degrees Celsius. GPU at 49 degrees Celsius. So our overall average was 103 FPS. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora 4K Ultra settings. Check out the map. That is beautiful. Nice big waterfall over there. All the trees in the background. We're seeing anywhere from around 60 FPS all the way up to about 105 FPS. With the GPU sitting at 52 degrees Celsius and the CPU sitting around 63 degrees Celsius. Doing the Dark Ages 4K Ultra Nightmare mode. Let's get it. Oh, dodge. Let's go. Oh, huge dodge right there. Let's go. Guys, we're seeing anywhere from 90 to 105 FPS at the moment, 93 on average, CPU temperature of 61 degrees, GPU temperature of 51 degrees. I really love how this build turned out and how open this case is. The airflow is incredible and the performance, amazing. Every single game maxed out in 4K settings. Now, if you thought the 7900 XTX was good, you may like this build right here where we actually built with the 9070 XT to see how that performed in an all AMD PC build. Go and check it out. Make sure you comment, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.